Shit. Hey, yo, salute to all my subscribers. Special shout out to everybody else passing through. Uh, I'm taking a quick break from the 50 video campaign. Um, I was just watching listening to, and watching Joe Button podcast like I do several times a week. Um, I don't know how I didn't come across this sooner, but apparently a few days ago there was a video that's been going viral with Jill Scott doing an onstage performance, and she was doing like an airhead display with the microphone, and they were just Maul, Rory, and Joe were just talking about it, and then I went and watched the video, and it's interesting because it's funny how, and I used to talk about this all the time with like male friends of mine, um, like the women who they do different twerk videos and they do all these different things in these videos where they're dancing and shit, but then in real life, right, in those actual situations, I guess what they're simulating doing when it's really time to do that, don't none of that shit be happening. And I'm not saying that that's not the case, what she was doing in the video, her onstage performance. I'm not saying she don't give it up like that. But it's funny how everybody sees that and they're like, oh shit, like, yo, she's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't put too much. I don't, me personally, I don't put too much on that. You know what I'm saying? Because that could just be in your head, which you visualize yourself doing. But not a lot of women, and this is gonna be a little not contradictory, controversial. But I talked about this on one of the live stream roundtable discussions that we did a couple months ago, me and the panel. Um, there are actually a lot of women out there who don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to giving head. Like, they don't have a fucking clue. Sorry, but they don't. And too many women think that it's easy to do that. It's not easy to do that. The same way that you women think that most men don't, aren't good at when we do that, neither are y'all. There's a lot of you that don't have a clue what you're doing, and there's unfortunately a lot of men who suffer in silence and don't say shit. I'm just not one of those people. Like, if I don't find something that you're doing enjoyable, I'm either gonna come out flat out and say it, or I'm just gonna lay there and pretend there's nothing happening. Like, it just is what it is, because that's just me. I'm just an asshole in that way. But I looked at the video. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. It looks pretty appealing, but at the same time, you can't put much weight on that. Um, I don't know. Plus, I don't know. I mean, let me know what y'all think. If you've seen the video, fellas, actually, I want my fellas to comment on this. Go search YouTube, look up the Jill Scott video. It's like an airhead oral sex performance. She's using a microphone and she's simulating all these different things that she's doing. But for all the fellas I'm talking to, y'all know what I'm talking about. Just because you do that on stage, or just because you do that, for play, when it's really time to do that, are you really about that life? And what I'm talking about is the fellas who know that don't necessarily correlate. Like, it doesn't necessarily translate into real life, right? It just doesn't. But if that's how she gives it up, hey, then I guess all of y'all women should go watch the video and learn something. But other than that, I'm doubtful. I'm skeptical. I'm a cynic by nature. But it was just interesting because I was watching it on the Joe Button podcast, and they were talking about it, and I'm like, how the fuck did I miss this shit? So I went and watched it. Yeah, it's a talking point. It's something to talk about. If that's how she really gives it up, then y'all got something to learn. Catch up. But they were talking about, oh, big girls do usually do that the best. I don't know how true or not that is, but I've come across women of all different shapes and sizes and shades and colors and backgrounds, and you'd be surprised the people who are versus the people who are not good at it. It just is what it is. I don't know, man. I just wanted to come talk on that real quick. Now I'm gonna get back to this 50 video campaign because it's Friday. Today's the deadline. I need to wrap this shit up so I can move on to something else on the platform. Let me know what y'all think about that video, though. I'm interested to know what the fellas think. Fellas, again, before I close out, do y'all think that just because someone does that, like as a simulation, does that actually mean that in real life they're good at it? Because it's similar to those twerk videos. Y'all women can simulate riding all y'all want when a beat is on and when it's music and you're on the floor or on a wall or a handstand. Y'all not doing none of that shit. Half y'all not doing none of that shit in real life. So knock it off. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't pretend to know everything. I just know what I know. See y'all on the next one. Peace and love.